Well, I'm on the hunt again. I'm a little out of my normal area. I figured I'd take a ride up along one of the big rivers here in southeast Pennsylvania. One of the ones that are noted for the spring shad run. But I am not after the shad. I am going to try to hunt down some of the early spring smallmouth bass that I've been hearing about. I'm not familiar with the area at all, but that's part of the fun, to try to figure something out. The place I parked has pretty good access to the river until you get right to the river, and then it's all full of private property signs, which is a bunch of crap. Well, right now all I'm finding is I can walk along the river, but I can't get to it because it's a cliff right there, right down to it. So I'm going to head up here a little further and see if I can actually get access. Oh, look at this wing dam. Tell me there ain't fish in there. And regardless of how hard it might be to get one up out of there, I'm going to take a few casts with this crankbait. Too good to pass up. Gotta go down here in this eddy that's down here. I've got a fish out here. I'll probably never get him up. I don't see any other way to get down to the water. I've decided to go back here a little bit, a couple hundred yards. There is a place that, if I'm real careful, will get me down to the water, because this in here looks pretty darn good. Looks like it's fairly deep, slow moving, and I did see a sign of a fish near the shoreline, but it looks like it's got a good drop off. It could be the spot I'm looking for. I was looking for tracks of other fishermen, and I don't see any, but that doesn't mean this isn't a good spot. So down here a little bit at the end of this wall, I think I can get down. So hang in there, here we go. Very confusing. Fishing an area that I don't know, and I don't usually fish rivers. And don't know if I'm in the right area. Looks good. Still fishless. But it is kind of nice to be here. I haven't fished this river for, I'll bet you, a good 30 years or better. Right now I'm just hoping for a smallmouth to come grab this crankbait. So I don't know what my next move is. Yeah, I kind of like the American flag touch there, flying in the breeze. And again, this is Pennsylvania. That's New Jersey. That's a walk across only bridge. Although I've never walked across it. Maybe I should do that. Hopefully I'll be able to get to the water down here someplace. Sure looks good. Good. But again, I'm finding that there's absolutely no chance of getting down to the water. Again, how discouraging can this be? This is the old canal over here. It definitely looks like muskrat activity. Anyway, this is called the tow path. Years ago they would have the boats come through the canal, and a donkey or a horse would pull the boat through and tow them up this canal, and that's why they call it the tow path. If that ain't right, you can sue me. Yeah, you probably can't see them, but there's two guys up here. They've been there since I got here. They're obviously fishing for shad. It'd be an early shad run. One guy, the guy closest to the shore actually has one. I can see him. I can see the shiny white fish. So they are in there. Just the beginning of the shad run. In a couple weeks, you won't be able to get a spot on the river. Well, here we go again. I got off the Delaware River. Couldn't find a place to fish. I did get a tip from one person there that was fishing for shad as far as where I might want to go for smallmouth. But I figured that's another day. So being not too far away from Lake Knockamiction, I'm just arriving there now. I'm going to go into the Towhegan launch and see what I can dig up over there. I'm going to walk that same area that I did back in middle of February. It seemed pretty good, and now I think it might be a much better time to pick up an early season bass or muskie. So we're going to do that. Hang with me. I will catch a fish sooner or later. One of these days. Today's the day. Mark my word. I think it's about noon time. The lake looks good. It's today down along the shoreline. Again, it's in the summer it's a very weedy area, but I'm going to work it. Now I know I can go down here a good couple hundred yards before I get into the thick mud. I found that out last 6 weeks ago in February. So as usual, let's see what happens. Here we go. And I'm going to change up here a little bit and put a lure on that should be a little more enticing to the muskies, if not the bass too. So, you know, I brought along all these crankbaits and stuff. I'm going to stick this one on. This is called a Pointer SP. It's very much perch-like, which the muskies feed on in this lake. So I'll be able to cast it out a little bit farther. And wouldn't it be nice to see a muskie whack it? Yeah. Well, this ain't the day. Up and down the lake throwing different lures. It's just too cold. The water is too cold. It's the end of March. The snow's still on the ground. And I think it's hopeless. But it was fun. Catch you later. Bye. Well, just so you all know, I did stop one more place and I did get a fish. And I'll show it to you right here. The place was called McDonald's. And oh boy, here's my fish. I don't know if these things are in season or not, but they're pretty good. I think the limit on these are just one per day, or maybe per year, for all I know. I'm sure they're not good for you, but I think if I stretch it a little bit, I can count this as a fish. So one fish today, that's it. Heading home. Hopefully better luck next time. And thanks for watching. If you hung in all the way, you are the winner.